This task hazard analysis shall be used at the beginning of each shift and prior to each new task. Every foreman shall meet with all crew members of their crew to identify, evaluate, and discuss each new task they will be performing during the shift. Remember to keep the discussion moving, serious, and to the point. Having others in the group lead the discussion helps keep the subject matter fresh and adds more than one point of view. In order to properly visualize the task and hazards in the area of your work, the THA is best done at the place where the task is to be performed. The project manager, superintendent, foreman, and safety personnel can help you write a good THA. The project staff will also periodically review the task hazard analysis forms to ensure that they're being done correctly. They will be looking for a quality THA that is relevant to the task to be performed. Now, the following examples are from a concrete form setting operation. The first thing to do is break the task into steps. We can break the task of wall forming into the following tasks: material handling, flying forms, setting forms, and accessing forms. Now, you should be able to, with the help of your crew, better identify the hazards associated with these steps. It's important to be in the work area to see any specific hazards that are unique to the area, and it may make you think of some things that you wouldn't have if you had done this in the trailer. Here are some things to ask when considering potential hazard. Is special training needed, for example, forklift or powder actuated tool? Are permits required, such as hot work permits or confined space permits? Will there be exposure to dusts, fumes, or other hazardous materials? You will need to review the safety data sheet for these products with your crew. Is the employee working with sharp or rough materials that require PPE? Can any body part get caught in, struck by, or caught between objects? Can pushing, pulling, lifting, bending, or twisting cause a strain? Do tools, machines, or equipment present a hazard? Can the worker slip, trip, or fall? Are there flammables or electrical hazards? Can the employee fall from one level to another or on the same level? Is noise or vibration a problem? Is there danger from falling objects? Is the work area cluttered? Is cleanup needed? Is lighting a problem? Can weather conditions affect safety? Following are a few ways to identify safe work procedures. Eliminate the hazard. For example, put handrail on the form while it's on the ground instead of after it's erected. Find a safer way to do the job. Use equipment to move material instead of carrying it by hand. Reducing or eliminating the hazard is preferred over PPE, but as a final protection measure, wear the appropriate PPE. As you can see, there are many items to be addressed that, when broken down into their simplest terms, are easier to identify. The following day, we're performing the same task and have it broken down into many of the same steps. We have added a few other hazards that were identified: eye injury, slips, trips, and falls, and losing control of a load. Since we have new hazards identified, we've added some new safe work procedures. Something as simple as make sure everyone has the proper safety glasses and work gloves for the task needs to be addressed, as well as several items added about one particular subject: overhead loads, securing loose materials on the forms, using taglines, inspecting rigging, and staying clear of the load are some important things to discuss. We also mentioned the 100% tie-off policy. We should also ask employees if they've ever experienced any problems in the past when performing this task, and what lessons they've learned. Make sure you capture these examples and that everyone understands what was done wrong and what we should be doing to do it correctly.